I have a week off work, and what better way to spend my time than swapping my screen time for reading time. Hey everyone, it's Rose and welcome back to my channel. Yes, you heard that right, we are doing another installment of swapping my screen time for reading time. If you don't know, if you have an iPhone, you can see how much time you spend on your phone each day. I've got screenshots for 5 days. A few weeks ago I took these from, and we're going to set a timer each day for that amount of time, and we're gonna read for that whole time and see how many books I could be reading if I wasn't doom scrolling on TikTok. Pretty much that's what most of this is. I've done this a few times before on my channel. The numbers are a little bit lower than they were last time. We've got no hours in the double digits. We don't have any 10+ hour days this time because that would be insane. So I am glad my numbers have finally come down, but we do have a lot of hours to read still. So that's it, that's the premise. Let's get into our first day. Today we're going to be reading for 5 hours and 52 minutes, so just under 6 hours. I will be setting a timer for that, and the book I want to start this challenge off with is Playing Nice by JP Delaney. I'm going to try and stick to my June TBR as much as I can, but I am a mood reader, so we might go a bit off the rails. I love JP Delaney. This is my only book left to read of theirs, I'm pretty sure. The plot twists are always crazy, they're always fast paced, and I don't think it's going to take me the whole time to read this, so we're hopefully going to get a whole book read today. The premise of this is that our main guy answers the door and he is told, "Your son is actually my son. I've got your son. Our kids were switched at birth. We're suing the hospital. What do you want to do about the situation?" I assume there's going to be a lot of tension. I assume there's going to be some evil going on. And I assume there's going to be some crazy plot twists because that is what I'm expecting from JP Delaney. So I'm going to set a timer for the 5 hours and 52 minutes. I'm going to get started and I'm going to try and read this book in one sitting. Like I said, I think it's going to take me like maybe 4.5 hours. I don't think it will take me the full time. This video will be spoiler free, of course, don't worry. So anything I let you know about the books won't have any spoilers in. Do not worry, all of my videos are spoiler free, and I'm gonna get started and I'll keep you updated on my thoughts and feelings of Playing Nice by JP Delaney. So I am almost an hour in, got just under 5 hours left to go, and I'm 92 pages into Playing Nice. I am hooked. This is so good. This is so, like, I'm so excited to continue. I've already got some theories, but like no clue if I'm correct or not. Literally 92 pages in. I'm sitting outside with the dogs. I'm gonna carry on sitting outside with the dogs. She's so impatient. Don't shout at me. And yeah, I'm gonna read some more while I'm out here and hope it doesn't rain because it looks like it might, but who knows? So we are now like 2.25-ish hours in, got 3 hours 38 minutes left, and I am over halfway through this book, which is great. I'm on page 243. This is so tense, like, oh my god, I feel so invested. I need to know the outcomes immediately, and I don't know what I want the outcome to be yet, but I know what I don't want it to be, so who knows what's gonna happen. I've got like 180-ish pages left. I'm actually gonna sit here and finish that, and I'll be back when I'm done and I'll let you know my rating, I guess. I'm scared for how this is gonna go. So in just under 4 hours, I ended up finishing Playing Nice, and I'm gonna rate this 4 stars. It kept me hooked from start to finish. It was so intriguing. It was heart-wrenching. I felt like I was feeling what the characters were feeling. Oh my goodness. And I loved how it ended. I felt like that was a great way to end it. We're just under 2 hours left. I want to start a book on my Kindle because it is like 8:30 right now and it's gonna get dark soon, and I want to curl up in bed with my Kindle. Book I want to start, I don't think I'll be able to finish it. It's 230 pages and we have under 2 hours, so I don't think I'm gonna finish it, but I'm gonna make a good chunk of the way through, and that is Burner by Robert Ford. Now, as far as I'm aware, this is about a woman whose life is turned upside down when her husband dies and she finds the contents of his burner phone. I don't know what's in it, but apparently it's horrific, and I'm interested. I'm interested to see. That is all I know, and that is all I want to know. I like going into thrillers blind. So, 1 hour 55 minutes left. I'm gonna start Burner. I'm gonna take it outside and take the dogs with me until it gets dark out, and then we're gonna curl up together in bed and read until the timer goes off, really. I'm down to the last hour. I am 68 pages into the book. I feel like I've read a book exactly like this before. I'm not going to say which one it is because I don't want to spoil it, but like if it is exactly like that, then I'm going to be able to predict all the plot twists. So I really hope it's not, because that'd be very disappointing. But yeah, last hour, I'm hoping it does something different to the book I'm thinking about. But I am gonna go to sleep once the timer goes off, and I will talk to you in the morning, let you know what page I got to, and figure out how many hours we have to read for day 2. Good morning, it is now day 2. I got about halfway through Burner last night. I'm liking it. It's nothing amazing, it's nothing that hasn't been done before, if you catch my drift, but it is really good. It is really dark and twisted. Today we have to read for basically 7 hours. We've got 6 hours and 59 minutes to read. I have a busy day today, but I do have some traveling and I always read while I travel. So the plan is I'm going to finish this on my way to pick my niece up, and then if I do manage to finish it and have some more time to read, I'm going to start No Exit by Taylor Adams, because I have this on my Kindle, so I can just take my Kindle with me in the car. And I'll let you know when I get home if any of that actually went to plan. I've got to go now because I've got to go and get her, but it's over an hour's car journey, so I do think I'll definitely be able to finish it, and then we'll see what happens next. I'm home. It may be the same angle, but it has been a few hours since I last spoke to you. I finished Burner and I'm gonna give it 3 stars. I liked it. I think it might be a bit of a harsh rating because I recently read a book that did the same concept so much better. If I hadn't read that book, this might be a bit higher, but like, I've been wowed by this concept and I wasn't this time around, if that makes sense. It took me just under 2 hours to finish, 3 hours and 47 minutes. I didn't end up starting No Exit in the end, so it's time to start a new book. I actually don't think I want to start No Exit. I don't think I'm quite in the mood for that one, but what I am in the mood for is Famous Last Words by Gillian McAllister. This is about a woman who sees like a police hostage situation and her husband is involved somehow, but he is not the hostage, he is the shooter, and she's like, what the hell? That's all I know, that's all I want to know. I want to go in blind. We've got just over 5 hours left on the timer, and this book is like 410 pages, so I think I can finish it in the time. I'm obviously not going to rush it. I do tend to read thrillers quite fast though. I'm going to curl up in bed. It has been a long day, and literally just read for the last 5 hours of the day and then go to bed probably. But I'll keep you updated with Famous Last Words as I go. So I am 30 pages into Famous Last Words, and I feel like I'm finding it hard to get into a physical book right now. So I'm going to pick this one back up tomorrow, but for now, for the rest of today, I think we're going to switch over to an audiobook. We might kind of go back and forth between the audio and the physical, so I am keeping this with me just in case. But the audiobook I'm going to pick up is Kiss Cut by Karin Slaughter. This is the second book in her Grant County series. It's a like crime thriller. I rated the first one 2 stars, but I love Karin Slaughter's writing, and I'm hoping the further we get into the series, the further I will like the actual books, because each book is like a different case and I just didn't like the case in the first one, so I feel like if I like the case in this, it could get rated a lot higher. So we've got 4 hours and 50 minutes left on the timer. I'm gonna listen to Kiss Cut, but like I said, I might go back to, what is this even called? Famous Last Words. I might go back to it. Depends what mood I'm feeling in, because when I get into a physical book I can really get into it, but right now I don't know, my concentration is just not there. So whatever I end up doing, I'll keep you updated as usual. Okay, to be completely honest with you guys, day 2 is being split into 2 days. I only got halfway through the timer yesterday, so I read for 3.5 hours. We've still got 3.5 hours left. Yeah, it was a bit of a fail, but I was very, very busy. I had my niece with me all day, so I wasn't on my phone, you know, so swapping screen time wasn't quite a fail. But I'm going to read for the remaining time today. Maybe we'll start the next day, depending on how much gets done. I'm not 100% sure how this is going to go. But I am about to go to my nan's and puppy sit Willow, her puppy. So I've got a full day to read pretty much. So I got to page 97 of Kiss Cut. I'm liking this a lot more than I did the first book in the series, which is very good, obviously. I didn't read any more of Famous Last Words, but I'm going to bring both these books with me and hopefully get some progress in both of them, and I will definitely be finishing the timer today. It is only 9:30 in the morning, so like I've got a lot of time to catch up. There's about an hour and a half left on the timer. Gonna see how far into this I can get, and then I think I'm gonna get a head start on tomorrow, because then hopefully we'll be able to catch up, seeing as it took me 2 days for day 2. If that makes sense. Also, day 3 I think is our longest day, so I probably should get a head start today so that we don't get more behind than we already are. There she is. Look at you. Wanna say hi? You're so cute. Time to pretend it's a new day. Welcome to day 3. So before the time went off, I got to page 239. I'm like 60% of the way through. And we're starting day 3 off a little bit ahead of schedule. We're actually behind schedule, but I'm hoping that starting it today will catch us up. Today is, I think, the longest day of this challenge. We have over 8 hours to read today. 8 hours and 5 minutes to be precise. So, every time I get the camera out, who do you think I'm talking to? You're so sweet. So, 8 hours and 5 minutes. I am going to try and finish both of these books. I think that is more than doable. I'm only 30 pages into Famous Last Words, but I read thrillers pretty quickly. And then Kiss Cut, I'm going to start off by reading the last 40% of this one, because then it's done, it's out the way, and I can move on to the physical book. I'm enjoying this one, and I'm really much more into it than Famous Last Words, because I'm obviously only 30 pages into that one. So I want to see how this one ends, and then I'll be able to fully focus on this one. So that's what we're doing with the day. Let's see how far we can get into it today, and then we'll finish it off tomorrow. I know this didn't go quite as planned, but it makes more sense for me to carry on reading today. Why would I stop when I could get like 4 more hours done today, you know? So that's what we're gonna do, I guess. It took me just over 2.5 hours. There's 5 hours and 26 minutes left on the clock, and I finished Kiss Cut by Karin Slaughter. I'm gonna rate this 3 stars. I enjoyed it. I'm excited to continue with the series. I probably will continue it at some point in this video, but I read a lot of thrillers, so I'm pretty harsh with my ratings, and I don't think it deserves more than a 3. But 3 is still good, don't get me wrong. It was just not like amazing, if that makes sense. Time to continue with Famous Last Words. I don't know if I'm gonna read the whole thing or if I'm gonna read a bit and then go on to the next Karin Slaughter book, because I don't know, I was struggling to get into this one yesterday. Maybe it will be easier today, who knows. Maybe I'm just not in the mood to read a physical book. Maybe it's this actual book, like I don't quite know, so we'll figure it out as we go. Made it to page 50. Still not into it, so I am going to be picking up A Faint Cold Fear by Karin Slaughter, the 3rd book in her Grant County series. Going to pick up the audiobook because I'm liking the audiobook. I am interested in this case as well. It seems to be that each book in the series surrounds a different police case, murder case, whatever it ends up being, and this one sounds interesting too. So it's like just under 500 pages. It's a pretty long one, but we're going to see how far I can get into it with the remaining time. I think I've got like 5 hours. I read the 20 pages. I did read really slowly because I'm just not liking it. I don't know. I think I'm going to put this down for a day or 2. I don't know. I don't like doing that in videos. Like when I've started a book, you guys probably expect to see what I end up reading it, but I'm just not getting through it. So for now, we're reading A Faint Cold Fear. Who knows what will happen after. 3 hours left on the timer. I am about 140 pages into A Faint Cold Fear. Guys, this book is better than the other one. The first one was 2 stars, the second one was 3 stars. Who knows, this one could be 4 stars. And also, who knows, I might read for the remaining 3 hours. I mean, it says I'm going to finish at 1 AM, so I don't quite know if I'm going to do that. But we might end up catching back up. I don't know. It's a bit optimistic, but I am hooked by this story, so it might keep me awake. Good morning. Welcome to day 4. Last night, I finished the time, and I got to page 335 of A Faint Cold Fear. This is so good. I'm so hooked. The first thing I'm doing today will be finishing it. Speaking of, today's hours are 6 hours and 52 minutes. So another high day, but I mean, this is what I'm doing it for. I'm doing it to get a lot of reading in, and that's gonna be a lot of reading. Set the timer, 6 hours and 52 minutes. The plans are finish this one. After that, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna pick up Famous Last Words because I've done it twice now and I can't get into it. So I think I'm gonna save that. I'm not DNFing it, but I'm gonna read it outside of this challenge. Might even continue with this series, but I don't want this video to just be me reading one series. So we'll see how I feel once I finished A Faint Cold Fear. That's what I'm gonna go do now. Let's start the timer. It says I'll be done by 6:45, so I better get reading and I'll see you when I'm done. I finished A Faint Cold Fear. We've got 5 hours and 22 minutes left on the clock. I think I'm gonna rate this 3 stars. I enjoyed the story a lot more, but I guessed who it was gonna be, like from maybe the 3rd interaction with that person in this book. I was like, I have a feeling, and it was. So it was going to be a bit of a high rating, but that was a bit disappointing. I really enjoyed it though. I don't know what I'm going to read next. I'm going to go take a nap because I'm really tired, and then we'll pick the next book when I'm more awake. I woke up from a nap to The Best Thing books. So let's open this together because there's 2 books in here, and I think one of them is going to be my next read for this video. I mean, I don't know. It might not be, but I have a feeling. Okay, the first one is The Tradwife's Secret by Leanne Child. I saw this on TikTok. It was recommended. I cannot remember who by, and I looked up. It has less than 1,000 reviews on Goodreads, and the premise sounds so interesting. I think this woman is an influencer. She's like a tradwife. She spends her days baking sourdough and picking vegetables from the garden while watching her children play in the fields surrounding her Montana homestead. It's a life anyone would dream of, and it's all a lie, which I'm very interested to see what that means. And then, okay, this is my first Claire Douglas book. I've seen she is very popular, so I might end up reading through her whole backlist, but the one I picked up is The Couple at Number 9. It says it was the house of their dreams until the bodies were found. Excuse me, adding to the TBR immediately. I mean, I definitely want to start one of them, but I don't know if I should prioritize the books on my TBR or start one of these. Oh, I don't know what to read. I don't know. I really want to start one of these, but I feel like we should try and read at least one more book off my June TBR in this video, because I went straight off track and read 2 books that weren't even on it. So I'm going to put these to the side for now and pick up something else from my shelves. Okay, I lied. I'm not reading anything off my June TBR. I picked up the audiobook for book 4. I don't know how to pronounce this. Indelible? I don't know. Book 4 in the Grant County series. I'm about 50 pages in. I'm refusing to believe what happened is true, okay? Because no, you can't do that to me. We're 4 books in. I'm very attached to these characters now. No, I refuse to believe. But I also want to read a physical book. So, guys, I'm scared. I'm gonna pick up Binding 13. This is a reread for me. I've read the first 2 books. I'm gonna reread this one because I want to reread Binding and Keeping 13, the 2 that I've read, so that I can continue the series. And also I read the indie published versions, and these are the traditionally published ones, so I'm excited. I'm terrified. These are 5-star reads for me, but they're so sad, so emotional, so dark. I'm gonna get my heart ripped into just like this cover, actually. I've got 4 hours and 50 minutes left on the timer. You can't even see that. Let me turn my brightness up. There we go. 4 hours, 50 minutes left. I'm gonna start this, go sit outside. I think we've got like an hour left before it gets dark out, so I'm gonna make the most of that and see how long it takes me to cry, honestly. Like, it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of how far in I get. We've got 3 hours left on, oh my god, we're gonna ignore it. We've got 3 hours left on the timer. I am 84 pages into Binding 13. Absolutely phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. We've not got to any sad bits yet, but I know it's coming. I'm gonna pick back up Indealable. I am 91 pages in. I'm not loving it as much as I did books 2 and 3 so far, but like literally, what, not even 20% of the way in yet, so it should pick up. I hope it picks up. Who knows? I don't know, but I hope. I think I'm gonna mostly read this for the remaining 3 hours because I want to audiobook it because I've got some other stuff to do, and we'll see how far I get in. Welcome to the 5th and final day. So last night I got about halfway through Indelible, and I'm like 100 pages into Binding 13. Today we don't have the worst day. I mean, it's 5 hours and 9 minutes, which is very doable, but it's still a crazy amount of time that I was on my phone for. I've got some things to do today, so I'm gonna audiobook Indelible. I still don't know how to pronounce this. I'm about to put the timer on and we will see how much I end up reading today. I'm on the final hour of the timer and things are so tense right now. I think I'm gonna end up finishing it like round about the same time the timer comes off, but oh my gosh, like I'm scared for how this is gonna go. So I just finished it, and I also finished the timer at like pretty much the exact same time. I think I'm gonna rate Indealable, I'll figure it out one day, 3 stars. I don't know, there were parts of it that I really liked and then parts of it that I didn't love, so I feel like 3 stars is a pretty good rating. And with that, I guess this challenge is over. We read, what, 5 books in 5 days, and I got 100 pages into Binding 13 and 50 pages into, what the hell was that book called? Famous Last Words. Overall, I think very successful. Spent a lot less time on my phone and a lot more time reading, which is what I love. So a bonus in my eyes. But that is where I'm gonna leave today's video. If you'd like to see more from me, please be sure to like and subscribe as I post new videos every single week. I hope you have a lovely day and I will see you in another video. Bye!